No! Welcome back to another video. My name is Charlotte, and today you guys are going to join me in going to the bookstore and getting The Striker, and then we're going to read it. I have not read a single one of her other books, but I have all of them, I think. I have the Twisted series and I have the King of Sin series. Haven't read a single one of them. Why I decided to start with The Striker, when I know that you meet the male character in some of the other books, like as like a little side character, I don't really know. But I decided that The Striker was the one to start with because I'm from Norway, like, you know, I'm European and it's football, it's Premier League, it's something I know. Not to say that I don't know anything about the other books, it's just that tickled my fancy, so I want to start with that one. And if I like it, maybe I'll go back and read the other ones. He's just a side character anyway. I don't really think it will have that much to say. And watch me eat my words later, but that's a future me problem. That's not a me problem right now. That's a future me problem. There's another problem though. It's 8:30 a.m. and the stores doesn't open until 10 a.m. But I'm ready. But before we go to the store, I am going to go by a friend's house and see her. And then I'm going to bring you guys with me to the store and get the book, and we're going to start reading it. This officially means that I might actually DNF Magnolia Parks. I am going to listen to it while I'm driving to my friend and stuff, because the pre-order for The Striker, the audiobook, has not come in yet. You can see here I pre-ordered it. It's not available on my Audible yet, so I am going to listen to Magnolia Parks, and if something happens within like the next hour or so of the book, I am 55% into the book. If something happens that like really sucks me in, I am going to finish it before I start The Striker. But as of right now, nothing has really happened to keep me that engaged. So we'll see. I'll talk more about it if I decide to DNF it, and if I don't DNF it, I'll tell you guys what I think as well. But yeah, let's go find my friend, because I do have friends, believe it or not. As you guys saw, I went out yesterday and I got this book. I read 3 chapters, something like that yesterday before I went to bed. I was so tired. My brain was done so I didn't get to read that much. I didn't get to record that much. It was like all day. It was just something happening. So when I got home, I was completely drained. Try reading a little bit. Didn't get that far. And I DNF'd Magnolia Parks. We're going to talk about why at the end of the video, I think. If I remember. Probably not, but who cares? I DNF'd it. It's about, well, I can sum it up for you right now. Hey, ADHD. Maybe my medication is wearing off. Maybe that's why I'm like this. Anywho, Magnolia Parks. You can sum it down to shadowing rich people, which is not meant to be an insult. They are just rich people, and they're rich because their parents have money. You're shadowing rich people and their toxic relationship, basically. That's what it is. Like, take Gossip Girl, but you only get Chuck and Blair's perspective, and they're super toxic and not something to aspire to at all. And it's like nothing happens. Like, so I read a little over 60% of the book. Nothing significant happened. Nothing made me want to go back to the book. I would have loved it if I was in my early 20s, I think, because I heaved after drama like that in a book and in a series or whatever. It was not for me right now. I might pick it up and finish it at a later date, but as of right now, I'm just done with it. I do understand why people like it. I don't like it. So we got that out of the way, so I do not forget about it later. Now let's get back to The Striker. This is about Ash Donovan, and he is, as it says on the back, a living legend, which, you know, that's an accomplishment to have in your life. He is a striker in, I think it's called Blackchester, which isn't a real team, by the way, just putting it out there. And he traded mid-season, so a lot of people have feelings about it. I know that when people trade off season as well, people have a lot of feelings about it. If you go to a rival club, people have very strong opinions about it because it's not their team, it's our team. So you're not just doing something against your team, you're doing something against the entire fan base, which I don't know, it may be a little toxic in itself. I don't really follow football. I don't know. But I know people have very strong opinions when people decide to switch teams, and switching mid-season is like basically never heard of, from what I've gathered. But you know, you might be a football fan and be a football fan and sit there and go, that happens all the time when you're talking about, I don't really know. So Asher is like the world's best football player ever. And because he and his teammate, who is called Vincent, is having a little, well, on the field and off the field feud, the coach decides that this off-season, Vincent and Asher are going to cross-train. And what that basically means is that they're going to train something that they don't usually train. And in this case, it is ballet. The only downside is that the trainer they get is Vincent's sister, Scarlett. And she used to be this prima ballerina, and something has happened, so she can't be a prima ballerina anymore, but she does teach it. You get to know what happened throughout the course of the book, so I'm not going to talk about that. And then something else happens, and Vincent has to go away. Oh my god, we're so sad because he does not come off as a douche at all. So it's only Asher and Scarlett left to train. That's the premise of the book. The premise of the book is that they bang at the end. Well, maybe not, hopefully before the end, but you know, at some point they see each other naked and do the horizontal dance, get the noodle wet, whatever you want to call it. They have fun, you know, in the sheets, jump in the hay. I don't know if there's hay involved. I haven't gotten that far in. But yeah, she's a prima ballerina. She's supposed to teach them other stuff so they can be more graceful and hopefully win the next season. That's what the book is about. It is a sports romance. And so far, I really do enjoy it. It's easy in the way that a sports romance should be, and the character in it in these as well usually are also a little easy, either on the eye or just in general. So I am having a lot of fun reading it. I don't find myself rooting for them that much, and I have a feeling that she is supposed, if you say Grumpy Sunshine, like she is supposed to be the grumpy one. That not necessarily because she's grumpy, but she's a little bit more reserved. So far I really do enjoy it. I am having a lot of fun. The banter is okay. The reason I say it like that is because you can see that he is trying, but she has kind of put a little lid on it because she wants to stay professional and he is trying to respect her. So I have a feeling that the banter is going to come more when, you know, something happens in the book where they either kiss or do a naked dance. I don't know, something like that. So I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I need to keep cleaning because my kids are getting friends over in 2 hours. So yeah, I'm actually gonna keep on listening to it as an audiobook. I'm gonna go clean now before I keep on rambling even more. Peace. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's not a new life for me. But hey ho, we're back at it. I have read this much. This much. And I'm 61% into the book. I read 2 or 3 chapters the first day it came out. Was very tired, went to bed, and then I read, I don't know, like 200 pages yesterday, and I don't know how many pages I read today. How many pages did I read today? I'm on page 355. So, I have been doing some reading. I'm also very tired. My kid is sick, so I was up late last night with him, and now he is taking a little breather and I am lying down going to read. And I promised myself yesterday that if something happened in the book, even if it was just me going, oh my god, I would pick up my phone and I would record it, so I at least had it. Nothing really happened that made me go, oh my god, not even ew. Like, not even ew. So I couldn't even record it ew for you. I tried. Nothing happened. Not to say that I'm not enjoying the book, because I am, but I think part of the reason why I am enjoying the book so much is because I have been, like, the majority of it has been on audiobook, and the audiobook is done so good. I enjoy the audiobook so much. So I think that is doing a lot of it, like a lot of the work for me, because not that much has happened. Like they got together as expected. You know the second book is going to be called The Defender, so you know who the male character is, and I have a little feeling about who the female character is going to be, but that might be a plot twist. I don't know. I don't know. And from what I gather from the other books, oh, sorry, I just looked out my window. What I gather, I haven't read a single Anna Huang book, okay? I haven't read a single one of them. I have King of Sin series, I have the Twisted series, but I decided to start with The Striker because, you know, why not? From what I gather, she is kind of known for writing likable, toxic men. And I mean, Asher isn't toxic. Yeah, he's a high profile football player and kind of full of himself, but he is caring and nice, and you know, he has his problems, but you can't fault him for that. I mean, you could if you wanted to. I wouldn't judge you. It's paper. Yeah, no, so I haven't really like not that much has happened. Like, so am I very crooked or am I just lying down very crooked? Well, if I am crooked, you'll have to live with it. Where was I? Asher. I don't know. I like him. I'm not that into her, but I mean, except for Mile High, where I was crushing super hard on Stevie. The female characters usually don't do it for me, but I guess that's because I am straight. And the female characters, I mean, they could still do it for me. Doesn't mean anything, does it? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. What I am trying to say is that not that much has happened. It is not slow burn because they have hooked up, they have had sex, yada yada yada. But at the same time, you know, we're kind of just following them around and I'm kind of waiting for the problems to appear. I think we're coming to the point now where the problems are going to appear. Where I think there is a lot in this book that technically could be taken away and it wouldn't take anything away from the book. Because a lot of sports romances that are up towards 600 pages, it's just too much. It's too much sports. I don't need the sports in a sports romance, okay? I don't. And this is even set on the off season. But yeah. No, I am enjoying it. I am having a lot of fun. I am excited to see if I know figured out who the second book is about. I even checked Goodreads, but it doesn't say anything on Goodreads yet. But now, well, blah, 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 words. I know words. Now that my kid is having a little nap time, as you do when you're sick, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna lie in bed. I'm gonna read. And I hope the book is going where I think it's going because then it's gonna get good fairly soon. But then again, I know I am one of those people that in my mindset I go, if the only part of the book that is good is the ending, is the book really good? Because if I don't like 80% of the book, but I enjoy the last 20%, is it really worth it? Because I know when when you're done reading, you can say, oh, no, I really like the book. I really like the way it was building up. I really like this. I really like that, because everything gets put together in the last 20%. But if you don't like the first, like if you're done reading and you're like, no, I don't like the first 80% of the book, but I did like the last 20, 15, 10%, whatever, is it really a good book? I saw someone talk about that. And that has been on my mind whenever I pick up a book. I'm like, oh my God, did I actually like that book? Because I didn't like it until the ending. So did I actually like it? I don't know. But yeah, we're going to read. I am on chapter 36. So let's see how things go. Okay, I want to talk about something. Apparently I don't. Okay. Nope. I hate it here. Stay. Okay, we'll try again. let's try again. I want to talk about something. There is one thing in these books, in sports romances in general, that I'm not sure if I like or if I don't like it. But he is always more into her than she is to him at the start. He is always completely sure that it's going to be those two. Like, he's like, oh yeah, that's my boo. And she's like, ew, no. And then, he ends up being correct because he's a strong not Affleck, because that's a person, athletic man. And you're like, oh, ooh, and then everything is okay. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. I'm 34 years old. I should not do that. But anywho, I feel like that it's like that in every book. Even when she likes him, she tries to come off as not liking him. He also sometimes does that, but he also usually flirts. I'm not saying that's necessarily the thing in this book. It's just sports romances in general. And that made me think about a different thing. Okay? So hold on to your socks for 2 seconds. He likes her more than she likes him, and then she kind of caves when she gets an orgasm. And is that all it takes? Is that all it takes for us? An orgasm? And then we're like gung ho for having the same penis our entire life? You know what I mean? You know? But it is fun. It is very fun. That's a lie. It's not very fun. It's okay. I am having fun reading it, but still, not that much has happened. Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading now. Day 3. 1, 2, 3. I know how to count. I'm on chapter 44. I am about how far in am I? Let's see what my Kindle says. No, that's on the wrong page. 60 something percent into the book. I am enjoying it. Like, at this point, I would stop reading it if I didn't enjoy it. Is it a 5-star read? No. I think people know when they hit like the 60-70% mark if this is like in the category of becoming a 5-star book. And no, it is not. But it might be a 4-star. It might be 3.75. It might be 4.5, somewhere in that area, because I am having a lot of fun reading it. One of the problems I have with sports romances, kind of like in general, especially when it's not set in like university or college, is that I don't feel like the characters have that much depth. They're older, they're supposed to be wiser, they have lived a life before, and you kind of get a glimpse of that, but they're not like, then it's not that deep. Does that make sense? And it kind of gets away with it in my eyes when it is like a university sports romance. That's the word. You kind of get away with it when it's a university sports romance because they're supposed to be young and have their life in front of them and make stupid decisions. When I see a grown-ass adult make stupid decisions, I'm like, yeah, that's relatable, but I don't want you to do it. I don't want you to do it, but maybe that's just me. Because I make stupid decisions all the time and you're not allowed to judge me. But yeah, I am enjoying it. It is fun. This is my formal application as well, dear sweet Anna. If you ever watch this before you write book 3, I would like it to be about the goalie. And if you read this book and you go, no, not Noah, not the goalie. He's a single dad. I know. I like that trope. I know a lot of people don't like the single dad trope. I do. Okay? Maybe that's no, we're not going to say that out loud. That's an inside thought. That's my formal application. I would love a little Noah on the side, a little goalie on the side. So yeah, no, I am enjoying it. I am having fun. I'm going to put on my headset. I'm going to go to my appointment, which I might be late for now. No, it's fine. I still have a few minutes before I have to leave. So I'm going to go to my appointment. I'm going to listen to the book. I hope I'm going to finish it today. I actually hope I'm going to finish it today. And that'd be fun, wouldn't it? A little fun. Little fun. Okay, so I finished it. I went out, I did my errands, I went to my appointment, and while I was out, I finished the book. First of all, the audiobook is great. I would recommend the audiobook. I think the audiobook is well worth the money if it's not free wherever you are. What to say about the book though? I don't know. It's a typical sports romance. If you like sports romances, you will enjoy this. If you enjoy the rest of her universe, I don't know if they're all kind of connected in some way, shape, or form, I think you definitely will enjoy this. Because the only reason I know that you meet some of the characters from the other books is because of TikTok. For me, when you met the characters and like the way they were there, kind of a little bit randomly. Some of them were there like randomly, and some of them were not there randomly. It was planned, but still, they felt like a little bit like random people to me, because I didn't read their books. I don't know what happened in their books. I don't know their love story. But if you read the other ones by her, I'm guessing you will love it. I'm guessing it will be, I don't know, like a nod to someone you used to know, because that's kind of how it feels, right? When you're done with the book and you go to the next one, it's kind of like a nod to someone you used to know. If you have, you will probably love it when they show up and not question it like I did. It is a little bit on the longer side. It is 560 something pages, almost 600 with the epilogues. Because in this one, there were two epilogues in this one. And yeah, I don't know, it's a 3.75. I had a lot of fun in a way reading it, but it also felt a little bit empty. It felt like there was so much book and not that much happened, if that makes sense. This much book, but I didn't feel like it was this much book worthy of what happened. But you might disagree, and that's completely fine. I still had a good time. I still would recommend reading it. I probably wouldn't recommend reading it as your first Ana Huang book, though. I would probably try one of her other series, unless, you know, that's not your cup of tea at all and you only want to read sports romances. That's fine. But then you have to kind of close your ears when you meet the other characters, because it felt random to me. But maybe it just felt random to me because I knew they were from the other books and I was like, this, what? So maybe if I didn't have that information, it wouldn't feel as random. I don't know, because I had the information when I met them in the book. Well, yeah, a 3.75 for that sports romance, and yeah, I like it. I'll read more by her. I think it's fun. This one is a little bit of a longer video. Please tell me if you guys enjoyed it. Do you enjoy that I have a little bit longer videos, or would you prefer that we have a little shorter ones, which is completely fine? Both, but you do kind of need to tell me what you prefer. That was it for this book. We're done. It's over. It's done. So thank you guys so much for spending some of your precious time with me. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a little like and hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow and reach more people, so I would really appreciate it. And, you know, hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.